Ranbir and Katrina skip Aamir's party to avoid Salman. Varun pulls double duty in Father David Dhawan's film. Bollywood meets the I&B ministry over censorship issues. Hi guys, I'm Mia and welcome to another spicy episode of 9XE The Show.
I'm hot, you're not, I'm a superstar, I'm a superstar. 9XE.
So when Aamir Khan recently celebrated his 50th birthday in Lonavala, close to Mumbai, he invited his close friends from the industry. On the guest list was another famous Khan, Salman Khan. Aamir and Salman have been friends for years, so of course Salman had received the invite. Also on the guest list were Bollywood's it couple Ranbir Kapoor and Katrina Kaif. Oh yes, that must have been awkward. Looks like Ranbir and Katrina had the same thought and decided to give the party a miss. The bash was a small one and they would have surely run into Salman. Then they would have to make that, really awkward small chit-chat that nobody likes to do. We mean, you really can't ignore Salman, right? But they needn't have bothered since Salman himself did not turn up for the bash. Ha ha. When 9XE The Show visited the party venue, we learned that neither Salman nor Ranbir and Katrina had turned up. Katrina's history with Salman is well known, so it's obvious that Ranbir might have gotten a little uncomfortable. In fact, this is not the first time that Ranbir has avoided Salman. At Salman's sister Arpita's wedding, Salman teased Katrina, saying that she chose to be a Kapoor over a Khan. She might have laughed it off then, but the result of his remark was that Katrina did not turn up for Arpita's reception in Mumbai. Also, at an awards function, it seems that Ranbir made sure to leave well before Salman arrived. Maybe Ranbir is a little insecure of Bhai, since Katrina also recently said that Salman has been a very important part of her life and career. She spoke about how close she is to his family and called him unique. But Katrina finally ended up with Ranbir, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that works in Ranbir's favor, so just chill, Ranbir. But it's not only Ranbir who is trying to avoid his current girlfriend's ex. Katrina too cannot seem to get along with Ranbir's ex, Deepika Padukone. Buzz is that Katrina made sure that Deepika did not star in Karan Johar's A Dil Hai Mushkil with Ranbir. Instead, the role has now gone to Anuskha Sharma. Reports also suggested that Katrina spent time with Ranbir in Delhi as he shot for Tamasha with Deepika. Maybe Katrina is a little too concerned about her relationship, since it was suggested that she was the reason for the Ranbir-Deepika breakup. However, when Deepika and Anuskha meet, they are perfectly friendly with each other. Just look at them hugging and kissing each other at the meeting of industry people with Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting to discuss censorship. Anuskha used to date Ranbir before he began seeing Deepika. But could the reason that Deepika and Anuskha are so chill with each other be that Ranbir came into Deepika's life after he broke up with Anuskha? It's all about the timing, and looks like it's now time for big change in the industry. Filmmakers and actors met with the I&B minister to thrash out the hotly debated issue of censorship of films. Our 9XE reporter has the story.
Hey guys, it's me Akanksha, and I'm going to take you through the latest happenings in CBFC. Filmmakers were having a tough time after the new committee came into action. The recent ban on the cuss words in films had become the talk of the town. But early this week, the I&B minister met the producers and directors, after which not just them but also the actors breathed a sigh of relief.
They need to bring the films to the certification board in time so that the entire process of film certification is made to favor the films. No one individual can affect the certification of a film.
So we are creative people. We were feeling very vulnerable, we were feeling very restless, we were feeling very insecure. And he came took out his time and he understood that we are facing problems.
Out of the various issues discussed, एक मुद्दा जो उभर कर सामने आया वो था रेटिंग सिस्टम का। सेंसर बोर्ड काफी आतंक मचा चुका है और इससे राहत दिलवाने के लिए रेटिंग का सजेशन दिया गया।
We need a ratings board. We don't need a censor board. We don't need people telling us what we should watch. It's just a question of which age is appropriate to watch it.
And you call it Censor Board of Film Certification. So instead of censoring things, they should be certified. There should be a rating system where if it's extreme, you rate it like that.
We should do it because UK does it, USA does it. All the filmmaking countries have their own proper way of doing this grading. हमारे यहाँ 18 plus or nothing.
I think मिनिस्टर साहब ने खुद ये बात हमें बताई है कि वो सेंसर बोर्ड है ही नहीं, वो सर्टिफिकेशन बोर्ड है। वो खुद इस बात से सहमत हैं, वो खुद इस बात के जानकार हैं और बल्कि वो तो कह रहे थे कि हमें इसका नाम भी बदलना है क्योंकि वो जब C फॉर सर्टिफिकेशन आता है लोग उसको C फॉर सेंसर कभी-कभी माइंड में कंफ्यूज कर देते हैं।
For those who aren't aware, CBFC only has two categories, that's A and UA. अगर रेटिंग सिस्टम आ जाता है, the filmmakers as well as the viewers will have more options like 12 plus, 15 plus and 18 plus. इस बात पे पिछले 7-8 सालों से चर्चा हो रही है, but looks like now it will be finally implemented.
Now Varun Dhawan's Badlapur might have run into trouble with the censors, but one of his next projects will face no such issues since it's a romantic comedy to be directed by none other than his father David. A few episodes ago when 9XC The Show asked Varun about working with his father, this is what he had to say.
He's not going to make a horror film. It'll be a comedy only, but I can't tell you what exactly.
Well, Varun might not have wanted to spill any details, but we did some digging and found that this film is going to be a rom-com and will be produced by Bhushan Kumar. But the best part is that we'll get to see not one, but two Varuns on screen since he plays a double role. But don't let your mind go racing ahead. This film has nothing to do with David Dhawan's other film, Judwa, where Salman Khan played a double role. A source said, it's a comedy all right, and Varun has a double role. So it's obvious people will try and find similarities between this and Judwa. But it's too early to tell. Bhushan and David have been in talks since November, and this is just the latest development. Well, it's going to be a refreshing change from the vengeful Varun we saw in Badlapur. It's also refreshing to see how a star son is supporting his father. After all, Varun's career graph is soaring and David could do with another hit. I mean, the father-son duo did pretty well with Mantera Hero, so it's pleasing to see son and star Varun going all out to help his father. Kudos to you, Varun. Varun is likely to start work on this film as soon as he finishes Rohit Shetty's Dilwale and is quite kicked about it. Coming up, domestic violence gets rampant in the entertainment industry. Welcome back. You've joined us on 9XC The Show. So a few days ago, actress Rati Agnihotri alleged that her husband, businessman Anil Ratty, abuses her mentally and physically. She filed a complaint after seeking support from a political party. The police said Rati Agnihotri, who married Anil Ratty in 1985, filed a complaint against him on March 14th, saying he had mentally tortured her besides assaulting her physically. A case has been registered against Ratty under IPC sections 498A, husband or relative of husband of a woman subjecting her to cruelty, 323, voluntarily causing hurt, 350, use of criminal force, and 506, criminal intimidation. S. Jai Kumar, Deputy Police Commissioner. A source says that Anil Ratty was going through financial trouble and Rati is a high-maintenance wife. When 9XC The Show got in touch with Anil, he was as clueless as the rest of us.
I had no clue whatsoever. I got to know only about half an hour, 45 minutes after you told me. There were like calls after calls. Then I realized that there has to be something other. It can't be like a stupid joke or a rumor, you know. And it's not even funny to be a joke. You get my point or not? There's nothing funny about it, you know. And as of right now, I do not even have any clue why the hell she has gone and done this.
Rati filed a verbal complaint on the 7th of March, but the events prior were nothing out of the ordinary.
On 6th night, we're out at the yacht club having dinner with all our friends. And on 7th, she goes and forms a goes and gives an oral complaint, and on 14th a written complaint. Does it make sense? On 8th we are supposed to go to Ali Park with friends who were there at dinner. They invited us. Before anybody could put their hand up, Rati put her hand up.
However, Anil's side is that Rati has a bad temper and her behavior towards her friends too has been off.
Must be in her mind, no more than anything. She's done that in the past, not just with me, but even with some close friends and family people and all that, but nothing to be made an issue. I'm just totally shocked. I'm totally appalled, shocked, beyond words.
Rati continues to live in Anil's home, but Anil says that he can't try to patch things up because he is not even allowed to talk to her.
She was not in town, she was in Lonavala, you understand? She's come back yesterday, and but she's all of them got people around her, and I've been advised not to talk after the people who have read the complaint, you understand? Because anything will be blown out of proportion. Don't utter a voicing, and if she talks, you just shut up.
Their son, actor Tanuj, is shaken by the accusations as well.
Tanuj bichara is shooting, wo kya bolega? He's definitely disturbed, but I don't want to tax him and pressure him, let him do his work.
Rati and Anil's case of domestic violence is not the first one in Bollywood. While there are many cases simmering under the surface because those involved are too afraid of losing face in society, many women have spoken up about it and have had the courage to leave their abusive relationships. When Preeti Zinta filed her complaint against her former boyfriend Ness Wadia, she said that she feared for her life. In a letter to Mumbai's police commissioner Rakesh Maria, she wrote, "Ness's behavior towards me is getting more and more aggressive and violent over a period of time. From throwing burning cigarettes at my face to locking me up in rooms and manhandling me, I have seen it all with him. I just want him to be kept away from me so I can live in peace. Otherwise, one unfortunate day, in a fit of rage, he will kill me, and that really scares me." When Kangana Ranaut first entered the industry, she had to face many hardships. She filed a complaint against her alleged partner, Aditya Pancholi, who forcefully entered her home and threatened her. Model Ria Pillai accused her live-in partner, tennis ace Leander Paes, of domestic violence. She stated that Leander and his father had prevented her and her child from entering their home. TV actress Shweta Tiwari has been vocal about her relationship with ex-husband Raja Chaudhary, who was abusive towards her. Dimpy Ganguly now might not have much to say against estranged husband Rahul Mahajan, but she had previously said that his short temper resulted in a violent marriage. Pooja Bhatt has said that her former boyfriend Ranbir Katrina used to raise his hand on her under the influence of alcohol. TV actor Shaleen Bhanot has been accused by his estranged wife, actress Daljeet Kaur, of domestic violence. So when 9XE The Show spotted him at an event, we raised the issue of domestic violence.
वो गधे होते हैं, वो मर्द जो सोचें कि वो ज़्यादा strong हैं और औरतें strong नहीं हैं, वो गधे हैं.
Where does that leave you then? What's your stand on the accusations of violence in your own marriage?
My personal life, Daljeet's personal life, it's our life, है ना? We don't let anybody intrude in our life. हमने कभी नहीं बोला कि हमारे बीच में प्रॉब्लम है, ना उन्होंने बोला ना मैंने बोला. हमने कभी ये नहीं बोला कि हमारे बीच में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. वो हमारी प्रॉब्लम है. मेरी गाड़ी भी खराब है, पता है आपको? मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ.
There have also been strong whispers of Salman Khan mistreating the women in his life. However, not much has been said about this. But what prompts people to raise their hand on their partners? The very same people they had once sworn to love and protect.
We are all under the arc lights. We all want to be under the arc lights. We want to shine always under the arc lights. And jobs are also not very safe, secure. Roles in movies are also not safe and secure. So what happens is, if there's a small irritability, a small reason, it can explode to a big explosion if the small stresses are not handled.
Domestic violence is actually a cry for help. It's a cry of an anxious person who's not able to get his ways in a calm, sensible, appropriate manner. So he decides that the only way to get is through aggression.
In the entertainment industry, there aren't a lot of people who are willing to be open about this and talk to a counselor. So what's the solution then?
Two things I'd point out. One is self-confidence. The more self-confident I am about who I am, what I am as a person, the less I will be prone to domestic violence. Okay? Two, the more I give others the right to be who they are, not believing that just because I say something it has to be done, okay, the more I will reduce domestic violence.
However, it's sad to note that women take advantage of the laws that are there to help them.
There are a lot of cases where women are unable to control their rage, or are slightly affected mentally, or they also, if they are under the influence of alcohol. What happens in case of a man can happen in case of a woman also. And under such circumstances, they are the ones who kind of really make, I mean, I have clients sometimes who come to me with bites. Okay, so the wife has bitten them. There are where people come where the wife has thrashed them.
In fact, more men are seeking help in the realm of domestic violence than women are.
The truth behind the Rati Anil case will emerge only with time, but it's a step forward for women when famous faces speak out against domestic violence. Coming up is Emraan Hashmi's image makeover doing him more harm than good. And we're back from the break on 9XE The Show. Now, in an industry like Bollywood, where image is everything, it's very important to reinvent yourself, to give the audience something new. But you have to be careful not to step too far out of your image, otherwise the public might not accept you. Emraan got noticed in his second film, Murder, opposite Malika Sherawat. What actually got him noticed was his willingness to kiss on screen with no qualms. From then on, most films he did, Emraan was asked to lock lips with his heroine. If a film did not have Emraan kissing his leading lady, then the audience would feel cheated. Emraan now had been labeled a serial kisser. However, when most other actors too began to lock lips on screen, Emraan lost his USP. He might have initially been unfazed by it.
देखिए जो बच्चे आए हैं ना आजकल, ये जो जिस स्कूल में पढ़ते हैं, उस स्कूल का मैं हेडमास्टर, टीचर और प्रिंसिपल रह चुका हूं.
But after a statement like that and a few flops, looks like Emraan has realized that he needs an image makeover.
Reinvention is not just. It's a long process. It's not over the course of. It is over the course of a couple of years. So I see Mr. X, Hamari Adhuri Kahani, the films that I'm doing after that, all as part of the reinvention, because you know this entire thing of the serial kisser has been so deeply entrenched in people's minds that it's very difficult to get out of that. Even if you reinvent yourself, they'll constantly ask the same question that makes them smile. See, that guy smiling over there.
And the first thing to go might be his serial kisser tag, because that's what he's most known for. I'm not saying don't have Emraan kiss at all on screen, but let that not be the only thing he does in a film.
उन्होंने अपने को पैटर्नाइज कर दिया है that he is fit for romance and lip kiss. एक तो ये इम्प्रेशन से एक बहुत अच्छे कामयाब एक्टर के हिसाब से उनकी इम्प्रेशन आनी चाहिए. Ultimately that works. एक ज़माना था जब थिएटर में लोग इस तरह के रोमांटिक सीन लिप्स किस देखने के लिए पागल के माफिक आते थे. अब लिप्स किस इतनी सस्ती हो गई है, रोमांस इतना सस्ता हो गया है कि टीवी पे जैसे चैनल घुमाओ और जैसे जैसे मूवी जाती है, कोई भी मूवी चलती हो तो उसमें लिप्स किस चलती ही रहती है. तो वो अभी कोई बड़ी बात नहीं रही है.
Another strong reason for Emraan to reinvent himself is that the younger lot of the top heroines don't get paired with him. Age is not really the factor, since they are already working with the much older Khans. A new image might bring in the established names to star opposite Emraan.
जहाँ तक इम्मी का सवाल है, वो अपने आप में स्टार है, और किसी के काम करने से ना करने से तो आपकी पिक्चर चलती नहीं है. हमने देखा है कि बड़े बड़े हीरो वाली पिक्चरें फ्लॉप हो जाती हैं. उसने अपना एक मुकाम, एक जगह अपनी बनाई है, और वो उसकी जगह रहेगी.
Emraan was in such a hurry to break out of his previous image and to play with the big boys that he picked films which did not do him justice. The audience could not connect with him either.
जो सिंगल स्क्रीन मास ऑडियंस है, वो ऐसी ऑडियंस है जो कि लॉयल ऑडियंस है. तो इमरान ने मेरे हिसाब से अपनी लॉयल ऑडियंस को छोड़कर कुछ और करने की कोशिश की. तो उसकी जो ऑडियंस आती थी वो कहने लगी कि ये क्या है, ये तो हमारे इमरान भाई है नहीं.
While Shanghai received good reviews and Emraan's work was appreciated in it, those used to seeing Emraan as the suave hero dancing to Sufi songs were thrown off. Ek Thi Dayan and Gan Chakar were the steps he took to cement his new image, but sadly he was let down by weak scripts. He tried to enter one of those famous Bollywood camps with Karan Johar's Ungli, but that did not work either. Maybe he should have stuck close to the Bhatt camp, who launched him and who are family after all.
The Bhatts know how to package him like nobody else does.
Probably the best example of Emraan stepping out of his comfort zone is his international project, Tigers. He plays a Pakistani man who fights against the organized and corrupt corporate system. But what happened to Tigers? Where is that film? Now the acid test for Emraan and his attempt at reinventing himself will be his forthcoming film, Mr. X, Hamari Adhuri Kahani with Vidya Balan, and Mohammad Azharuddin biopic. We really hope Emraan emerges with flying colors, because a sharp mind and a talent like his should not go to waste. Only time will tell if Emraan's image makeover really works with the audience, but for now we're going to tell you if the film Hunter worked for us or not. Here's our review.
What's up? मेरा नाम है प्रबुद्ध दायमा
And I am Nafisa Sharma. और इस हफ्ते हमने देखी Hunter. ये कहानी एक सेक्स कॉमेडी है. It's a story about this guy called Mandar who is a player and he plays ladies like a guitar. He eventually falls in love but starts to fear karma.
फिल्म में है एक गुलशन देवैया जो इससे पहले हमने उन्हें शैतान में देखा था और रामलीला में देखा था.
Radhika Apte. I think she did a pretty cool job, but baby, you really need to hire a stylist. I don't know what was happening with your costumes in this movie.
सही तामनकर.
And Veera Saxena.
तो Nafisa, favorite song, go.
I love the Altaf Raja song, which is Dil Lagana To Meri Aadat Hai.
Bapida singing I'm a hunter.
I think overall every girl is going to find this movie disgusting and pathetic, and every guy is going to relate to this movie just like he does, totally. And I give it a 240 Monday evening watch.
I think you should go with your school friends, college friends, and like take a trip down memory lane. So on the hot slot, I give Hunter 3 thumbs up.
And I give it 2 thumbs up.
3 things we've learned from the film. Go.
Number 1, arranged marriage decent लोगों का playground होता है, पर arranged हो या love, it all boils down to trust.
Number 2, अगर आप गांव में हो, आपको स्विमिंग सीखनी है और फ्लोट्स आसपास नहीं है, सिंपल लौकी लो, बांध दो and you will float, my friend.
And number 3, ठंडे ठंडे पानी में गरम गरम सूसू करने का मजा ही कुछ और होता है. That's what I love. And now that Prabhu is gone, don't forget कि हम movie critics नहीं हैं, हम movie buffs हैं. We watch movies to give you the review just for fun. And we will see you guys next week. Till then, take care. Bye.
Coming up, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan's comeback got a stylish makeover. Welcome back. You've tuned into 9XE the show. Now this one goes out to all the Yo-Yo Honey Singh fans. We've got the man in the house with his brand new song. Today, 9XM exclusively played Honey Singh's One Bottle Down. Now moving on to our next story. In a world like Bollywood where everyone is beautiful, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan really is the most beautiful. She seriously is. But rarely has she been called the most stylish. However, that might soon change. Aishwarya has begun work on her comeback film, Jazba. For her role, she has lost a lot of weight and she looks fabulous. But before she could get to where she is, she had to face some criticism. It did not help that she chose to cloak herself against these harsh words in tent-like anarkalis. Designers Abujani Sandeep Khosla were more than happy to design her armor, heavily embroidered floaty anarkalis. She was fooling no one. But the good part was that she was in no hurry to get rid of her baby weight. But as the weight shed, so did her designer armor. Her style saw an evolution, and this could possibly be her best phase fashion-wise. Sure, she has still stuck to her favorite designers Abujani Sandeep Khosla, Manish Malhotra and Sabyasachi, but she is making better design choices now. Gone are the days when she drowned in layers of fabric and heavy embellishments. Her Indian wear now has become more fitted with a change in silhouette. Anarkalis are out and slim fit kameez with churidars are in. The kameez still has its fair share of jazz, but it's not in your face anymore. It's more understated and thankfully has better shape. A pair of denims have long been missed on her. At a Jazba-related event, she came in a DVF top and Kenneth Cole denims. She was seen in a great pair of denims supporting husband Abhishek's pro kabaddi team as well. But when it comes to Western wear, black seems to be her favorite color. You could very well call it the color of her style comeback. Aishwarya picked this Gucci coat dress for the opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow in July last year. She carries it with a confidence of a person who knows that they are rocking it. And can we all applaud that retro bouffant, please? She celebrated her birthday in a black blazer and pants, which looked a little formal. I mean, you'd want to chill on your birthday and not look like you're off to a business meeting. But still, with her red lips and subtle but sparkly diamond jewelry, she looked stunning. Can you believe she's 41? For her brand promotions, she chose a Gucci dress and boots. Now, this was a sure way to announce to the world that she had arrived and to shoot down all the naysayers once and for all. She went black in Burberry for another event and was subtle yet sexy, but let's talk about that gorgeous shade of lipstick. Never take it off, Aishwarya, never take it off. Recently, she visited Kuwait and it was a black suit for her, this one by Burberry too. She could have jazzed it up a bit, but let's all thank the good Lord for those lovely Louboutins. Aishwarya might have represented India on an international platform like Cannes, but her fashion got noticed more, and not for the right reasons. From neon green saris to heavy jewelry, she had faltered often until last year. She strutted down the red carpet at Cannes decked out to the nines. She showed us what a movie star really looks like. Be it this Armani Privé couture gown with contrasting eye makeup and soft waves, or this Roberto Cavalli gown that hugged her curves so well. But the one look that really stood out was this gold and bold Roberto Cavalli gown. Her flirty waves and bright red lips meant that she wanted you to take notice of her, and how could you not? Aishwarya is finally having fun with her style, and now I can't wait to see what she pulls out of her closet next. And I hope you guys have fun hanging out with me on 9XE The Show too. I'll continue to get you the hottest happenings from the world of Bollywood. Be up to date on all things Bollywood by visiting our site 9xe.com and our YouTube channel. Also get the 9XE app on your Android and iOS phones. I'll see you guys on Monday. Mwah! Bye.